A very good afternoon. This is Sabah Sheikh here and I am going to deliver a lecture of Civics Class 10, Chapter number 4, Gender, Caste and Religion. In the last chapter, we have seen that we concluded about the social diversities. Existence doesn't threaten democracy and social divisions, political outcome and the impact on the situation. But in this chapter, we are going to see about the three social differences, that is gender, religion and caste. And what is the gender and what is the impact of it on political expression. So let us start with this chapter. In India, gender division is a natural and unchangeable phenomena. People think that women have only to take care of the children, to do the household work, to bring up the children. In most families, women have to work more than that of the male. It is not that male can't do this work, but they do this work when they are paid for the job. In many big hotels, the male work as a chef, work as a cook. Why they are working there? Because they are paid for the job, but they are not going to do this work at home. And students, in the previous times, women were not allowed to participate in the political and political and social affairs. They were not allowed to vote, they were not allowed to participate in public affairs, they were not given the voting rights, and they have to fight. So after that they started demanding for themselves, demanding a place in the society for themselves. They started protesting for voting rights, equal political rights, educational, career opportunities. This protest is called as the feminist movement. Then so now they want a place in the public life. They want to hold a name. So now in today's world, we have seen that women are becoming engineer, they are becoming scientists, they are becoming astronauts. So they have achieved so much. And so, but in places like Sweden and Norway, the really the women are having a great position in the public affairs, but it is not seen in our country, in India. Now let us see the four factors. The first factor is of literacy rate. What is literacy? The literacy rate means the education of the male and the female. So in India, the education of female is only 65%, whereas the education of male is 82%. See the vast difference between the male education and female education, because in India people have an outlook in the rural area especially, that they are not going to send their girl child for education. They are not going to send after primary education. They are going to stop the education and they will tell her to sit at home, to take care of the house, to learn the household things, learn cooking and all. They have a mentality to spend much of the money, much of the resources on the boys education, but not on the girls education. These have a drastic effect on the literacy rate. The second one is the unpaid work. Women are working as men, but many times they are not getting the payment. They are not paid for their work, and many times they are getting very less payment for the work they are doing. The third one is the sex ratio. In India, many parents don't want a girl child to be born in their family. They only go for male child. If they come to know that a female is there in the womb of the lady, they go for female child, which is a crime in India. It should not happen. Students, this have an adverse effect on the child sex ratio. In some regions in India, the sex ratio has fallen up to 840. Now let us talk about the fourth and the last one, that is domestic violence. What is domestic violence? The harassment, the women are harassed in their house, in their in-laws house, in their husband's house. The husband, the in-laws, everyone, they start harassing her and torturing her, maybe due to any of the reasons. In India, many women are not safe. Even in their houses, they are exploited, they are harassed, they are beaten. Now these are the four types of gender discrimination. Students, we are likely to have our parents. We are grateful that our parents are giving us education and they are giving us opportunity to learn, to go for colleges, to go for schools. So it is a very gratefulness. Next is the women in political representation. their issue were not at all solved. So they demanded a share in the political power. Lok Sabha has only 10% of women seats reserved, whereas the Central Assembly has only 5% reserved for women. To improve this, we can reserve some of the seats for women candidates in the local government. As now in the panchayat, there is 1/3 of the seats reserved for the women. This should happen in the Lok Sabha as well as in the state assembly. Now the bill the women have put for themselves in the parliament. Till now the bill is not at all passed. We are just hoping that this bill should be passed and everything should happen in the favor of the women. This was all about gender politics. Next lecture we will talk about the religion and caste. Thank you and have a nice day.